Hello everyone, this is Sri Janire and today welcome to Short of Sus classes. I would like to discuss on an entrance test yet again. So today's topic of entrance test is on Delhi School of Economics. So as we all know that Delhi School of Economics is a very prestigious organization to study economics. All of those students who really have an interest in economics want to get placed there. So what can we do to get a smooth placement in Delhi School of Economics? And I will also tell you some tips and tricks included with some information. So let's start the video. So firstly, when does the form fill up of DSE begin? Usually what used to happen is the form fill up used to begin in June and it used to end in July, and the exam was conducted in July. But during the corona years, that is the last 2 years, things had changed a bit, and the form was out in July and exam happened in August, and all this happened. But from this year again, 2022, we hope everything will be fine, and form will be out in June again, and the exam will also happen in July. So this is the time of the form fill up date basically. Then we go on to the cost of the forms. General and OBC, they have to pay 750 for the form, and other castes, that is SC, ST, they have to pay 350. So there goes the cost, and then we go for the eligibility. Now, those willing to give the examination in this particular university, knowing the eligibility is very important. And following the eligibility, I will also tell you an important fact. So what is the eligibility? The first requirement is that you will have to have maths and economics in your graduation course. You can do honors in that, or you have to have economics in all the years of your graduation, even if you don't have it as an honors subject. So that is the first requirement. Secondly, you have to have 60% aggregate, at least 60%. Those you cannot round it up to 60%. Keep this in mind. You cannot be having 59.9 and round it up to 60. No, you have to have 60 and above. And if your result is calculated in SGPA or CGPA, it has to be equivalent to 60%. So this is the first thing that I would like to talk about, the eligibility. Then there are two procedures of entrance. First, there goes direct entrance. Second, we have entrance exams, that is. So what is the procedure of the direct entrance? Those who have already studied in the Delhi University for their PG courses, they can get direct placement to DSE provided they cleared the cutoff marks. You see, 60% is the minimum marks required for you to enter, to at least apply for the form. That is the minimum. Don't keep it in mind that you will be able to get direct admission with 60%. No. If you want direct admission, that is if you have studied in Delhi school, in Delhi University in your PG courses, UG courses, I'm sorry, and you want to get it in PG courses in DSE, then you have to have a very good aggregate, at least 80 to 85%, because that is usually the cutoff. Nowadays, the cutoff goes much higher. So it is very important for you to have an excellent cutoff marks if you want a direct admission. And if you think that your cutoff is not as much and people have scored much higher than you, then it is very safe to take an examination, to take a entrance examination. So this goes for the direct entrance. Then there is the entrance exam. What to do about the entrance exam? If you belong from any university other than Delhi University, you have to sit for the examination. You have to score comparative marks for you to be selected. Basically, that is all about it. And you have to have 60% in your aggregate. As I said, the usual eligibilities apply for those students who are from outside of Delhi University. Then there is another thing that the Delhi School of Economics provides. It is scholarship. What about the scholarship? The scholarship is a very noble program that is taken on by the university. Firstly, there are scholarship on two bases. First on financial basis, second on merit basis. So if you have to apply for financial scholarships, you have to provide all documents that you are below the poverty line and you are not financially capable to carry on your education, and you also have to prove your merit. So in that case, the university will absolutely waive off your fees and you will be able to study for free. So that is on the basis of financial incapability. Then comes your merit. What about the merit? In case you are an exceptionally good student with an exceptionally good track record, you can apply for this. So one of the plans carried on, or the plans carried on by the university, is the Manmohan Singh project, basically, which they provide you 5K per month and 7K in a year. So this is one I can name right now. Then there are also a lot of other projects that go on, which provide you with some financial help if you are good in your academics. So then we will go on to talk about the syllabus and the scope. Firstly, we'll talk about the scope, of course. So about the scope, it is well known that DSE provides great scope, which is why the entire discussion begins in the first place. So they provide very good opportunities for the students. Very eminent companies come to provide placement packages for the student, and of course the salary packages are very competitive. So what happens is a lot of students get placed even mid-semester. Like even if you haven't completed the full semester, even if you're in the fourth semester all, you can be recruited. You can be recruited in Royal Bank, ICICI Bank and Citibank, places like this. So as I said, the scope is really good. Once you have entered, I can guarantee you this, that once you have entered in this particular university, your career, your economic career, your career or economics is absolutely set. So this goes for the ones who want to do a job in a particular field or company, whatever it is. Then goes the ones who want to do research. This university provides fellowship for the students who want to continue their research, and fellowship opportunities also come from universities like Oxford, Cambridge, Kingston, Princeton, universities like this. So you see, if you want to do some further research on economics also, you can absolutely continue with a great and bright future. But you have to keep in mind that when you are preparing for this examination, you have to give your complete and utter dedication, without which you cannot succeed. Because see, this is a very esteemed university and they would want to have the best of the minds, which is completely justified, because they do provide very lucrative packages and they want students who can represent them well in the country and in the world stage. So if you want to attain that kind of knowledge and reverence from others, then you have to give your full effort. Then once this is done, we can talk about the syllabus. The syllabus is basically what you have studied in your 10+2 and your UG. So if you have scored very good in your undergraduate courses, wherever you have studied, you already have a nice background. You already know what to study. Now there will be a few topics that do come from the master's level. You have to check the syllabus very well. This is a very important thing that I tell everyone. Before any exam, go through the syllabus, the very little detail of it, because if you skip parts of the syllabus, what happens is you don't know what challenges you are facing. So the syllabus is a very important thing to be considered before you take on any kind of examination. So for this examination, I won't go into the details of the syllabus, but the first thing that I would like to say is the macroeconomics. These are the most basic things that you have to study. Then comes the mathematical economics. These are the typical things that come in your examination. Now the questions will be very specific. There will be MCQs based on these questions, and you will get a total of 2 hours to answer all of these questions. There will also be mathematical economics, as I said. This is quite a challenging examination for your master's course, at least. Not for the ones who have gone far in this field, but when you want to get admitted in the master's course, this becomes a challenge for you. So I would suggest on my part to start preparing from early. If your examinations have ended in August, or if your examinations have ended before the examination of DSE, or if you do have the examinations during that time, start preparing for the subjects for the parts that are included in the DSE syllabus. So it's very important that you start preparing early, because early preparation always sets you ahead of others. You get more time, you get more time basically to get deeper into the nuances of the syllabus. So that is almost everything that I have to say. And then comes the strategy. I was talking about the strategy though, but there will still be a lot of more things that I would like to tell you. First and foremost, time management. There is no greater strategy than time management. You have to understand that these examinations usually collide with your UG examinations. So there is that added pressure that you have to do good in your UG, because you have to keep your cutoff high. Then again, you have to prepare well for this also. So what you can do is, if you have common subjects, common parts that are included in your last UG semester, study those first. Then after you are done with your UG studies, maybe you are doing your graduation studies in the morning and some of it in the evening also. Give at least 2 hours every day for your DSE preparations, because you have to give some time to the preparations, because it also has some new topics that you haven't studied in your graduation. There are some topics from the masters, so you also have to delve deeper into those topics. They aren't a continuation of what you have studied in your graduation, but you have to study, you have to approach them, you have to read them, because otherwise how will you know about them? So then that becomes another challenge for you. Time management, very important. Set a particular time for what you have to study. Give a topic 3 days and try to complete in 3 days. Now once you have completed in 3 days, do not throw it away. Read it again after 3 days. After you have taken another topic, revise that. Revision is the most important thing that you can do for any examination, because it is absolutely undeniable that you will forget. You are not a computer. It's not like you have entered data in your head and it will stay there forever. No, you will forget. So it's better that you revise with every topic that you study. So with that gone, that is almost all I have to say about this examination. I'm not going into the deeper depths of the syllabus. Check the syllabus very well in the website. They will have topics and subtopics for you to study. Study that. It is usually based on the syllabus of Delhi University UG courses, but they will also have a separate syllabus for the DSE. Do go through that and prepare very well. Have confidence in yourself that you will be able to crack this examination, and do not worry. Give yourself enough time. Do not panic. Attempt those questions very intelligently. Read the questions first, and I'm sure that you will be able to do great. Thank you so much. We'll meet again in next class.